taking on Cam Newton and the New England Patriots.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
15 yards on the play, first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's kind of like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
His pass intercepted by the Patriots. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Cam Newton sacked.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
The Titans and Patriots tied together in so many personnel-related ways. But remember, these two met in the first round of the playoffs a season ago on a cold Saturday night in Foxborough. And it was the Titans who came in as the 6th seed and pulled off that stunner 20-13. Of course, Logan Ryan, one of those with Patriot ties. He intercepted Tom Brady, brought it back for the touchdown on what would prove to be Brady's final pass in a New England uniform.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 39, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. This will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Now a handoff to Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Tight right, tight right. Check right 21, check right 21.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Hey, one set. Check right 54. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Hightower on the stop.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, They've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Buying time to his left. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on it.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Tucker McCann for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it is now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown. Kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Newton on first down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of
10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
A give to Jones.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Newton. It's caught, Jones. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Newton throwing again. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots get a score closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit.
Spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going.
But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we have reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They fake the give. Newton sliding out of the pocket, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Oh, no doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Newton. Jones has it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Catch is made by Harry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7. at the Titans' 16-yard line.
From the 16, Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason.
Still third down.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Screen pass to Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete.
10 more yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
42-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Newton on 1st down. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He was looking for Edelman there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
48-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Newton. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's complete right side to Asiasi.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, Newton. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half, it gets ugly in the 2nd half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Henry. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pick.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
10-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Tonight.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it was just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Tennessee, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.